Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. So today's video is all about LauraLeeLosAngeles. It is my very own self-funded brand. So I'm going to kind of let you know how this video is going to go so you can kind of keep track because a lot is going to be talked about in this video. So after the intro, I'm going to talk about the reveal, which I am very excited about. And that is the happiest part of this video and something I'm just so... have been on the edge of my seat to show you guys. And then after the launch, I'm going to be talking very transparently and honest with you guys about my brand and what's been going on with it. I'm going to be talking about what my brand has been through these past few years. I'm going to be talking about where it's at now and like where it is going to be going. And lastly, I'm going to be talking about my second brand that I'm starting, and that has nothing to do with LauraLeeLosAngeles. So like I said, I have a lot to talk about and almost like a lot to confess and feelings and just explanations to you guys that I owe you guys. So that's what this video is going to be about, but this is the best part about this video, the launch. So let's talk about that first. Okay guys, I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. I'm going to show you the reveal right now. It's a makeup bag! But the reveal really is what's inside the bag. I mean, the bag's a part of it. So what is inside the bag is our 10-piece brush collection. Oh my God. I've been on a really long journey with makeup brushes, and I think I should have created this in the very beginning for my brand, but here it is now, and I am so excited about it, guys. I've been working on this collection forever, and I know that's what everyone says whenever they launch anything, because it takes a long time to create things, but it's been a long time since we had a launch. Again, I will be explaining that in the second half of this video, but oh my gosh, you know what the best part about this brush collection is, before I go through each brush, is the fact that it launches this Friday at 10 a.m. PST on LauraLeeLosAngeles.com, which I'll have all the information in the description box down below. I'm really excited to talk to you about the brushes. That's why I'm talking so fast. So we have to get going and start talking about these actual brushes. So just so you guys know, these are not stock brushes. Every single one of these brushes was custom made by me, every single part of it. We're also going to do a little brush bundle plus NUDIE PATOOTIE, which is our best-selling eyeshadow palette, which is originally $45. We're going to sell all 10 brushes, the custom makeup bag, plus the full-size NUDIE PATOOTIE palette for $60, which you're saving $30 there. So I'm going to continue going through each brush, and I will list out the prices as I go. Okay. Best part about these brushes is the fact that I custom made every single one of these brushes. These brushes are not stock brushes. I did not just pick them off a shelf and then put my labeling on them. I literally, down to the brush ferrule, the handle, the font, the placement, the words on the brush, the numbering of the brush, the bristles, the density, I custom made the coloring, all of it. And as well as the bag. This is a custom made bag that I had our emblem embroidered on, and I even picked, you know, everything, every piece of fabric down to the zipper of this bag. Every little piece of this has been custom made by me, and for the first time in my whole life, I got to create. I presented myself with the opportunity to create my dream brush set, and that is what this is. And I know some people may see a brush set, just a brush set, but to me, it's like so much of my work poured into something that I love so much. This is my flat top kabuki, and you guys know exactly how I feel about a flat top kabuki. It is my brand. And I'm like, why did I wait this long to create this brush? This should have been a day one for me. But here we are, almost 3 years old, and I created my first flat top kabuki from scratch. And let me just promise you this is the softest foundation brush you will put on your face. It is a dream. I have custom made the density and gone back and forth with the lab to get as many bristles that you can put in this brush ferrule as possible. You cannot fit another bristle in here, so I made it the thickest density so it wouldn't eat your product. And then we went in and we crimped each brush hair at the base, so that way all your product stays at the top of your brush and it's not eating away your product, but you still get the really, really, really soft feel with an airbrush finish. And I have worked so hard crafting this baby right here. This is the one I'm most proud of. I think that's a no-brainer, but I can't believe it's my own, and here it is. And by the way, it's called the L11. L11 from LauraLeeLosAngeles. So the prices on these brushes are great. This brush alone is $12. You guys can get all 10 brushes plus the custom-made makeup bag for $45. All the brushes can be purchased individually, and the bag can be purchased individually if you just want a couple of pieces, but if you get the bundle all together, it's $45 and you're saving $37. Next up is our L14. This is an angled contour brush or an angled blush brush. It's literally perfect to hit the apples of the cheeks and work your way back, or if you want to stamp on bronzer, it's also perfect for that. So this one is $9. The next one is the L12, which is the tapered powder brush. I created this brush with a little bit of a taperment at the top because I specifically created this brush for powder product, but specifically to bake or set your powders with. So I like to pat my powder on my under eye and pack it on with a brush or forehead area, and because it has that tapered shape, it really fits into that area perfectly. And truly, these are going to be the softest brushes you've ever felt. Like, they are not pokey whatsoever, so it's really nice to hit the baking areas with this brush. So this brush is $8. Our next brush is the L13. The L13 brush is for powder contour products. So I like this one because it is a little bit of a smaller head and it fits right into the cheekbone, and you can blend all around your face without the powder going everywhere. So you can be a little more precise with this brush. You can honestly use it for whatever you like and for whatever powder product you want. It's great for all powder products. It's got a really great density to it, extremely soft, and it's $8. So the next one is the L15. This is specifically our highlighter brush. You have to have a highlighter brush in your collection. Hello. By the way, I created these brushes in the intent of getting a full face of makeup done with your brush kit. So the L15 is perfect. It has a smaller dome shape at the top, and it's great for applying highlighter. I made this brush specifically for highlighter, so it's literally made for that. It's perfect for that, and I had the bristles trimmed for that. The L15 is $8. So now we'll move into the eyeshadow brushes. There's 5 face brushes and 5 brushes for your eyes. The first one is L16. This is a pencil brush. It is perfect for detail work. I like to use it for my inner corner or highlighting my brow bone or adding a little bit of highlight in smaller places. You can even use this as a tiny blender if you really wanted to get a lot of detail in your eye makeup. This is a great eyeshadow brush, and this brush is $5. So the L17 brush is next. This is our flat shader brush. I specifically use this brush to carve out my crease on my eyelid or to pack on shimmery pigmented eyeshadow. You can always use this as a mini concealer brush as well. It's great for cream products or really thick, shimmery, foiled, any type of product like that. This brush is great for, and it's $5. The next is the L18, which this is our bigger blender. It has a nice dome shape at the top. It's not too dense, but it's just dense enough where it moves around the eyeshadow nicely without being too hard or too rough on your eye. This one is also $5, and this is my absolute favorite blender brush that I use every single day to blend out eyeshadow on my eye. I'm obsessed with it. I'm so glad I finally get to use these brushes for you guys. So the L19 brush is the smudger. It is similar to our blender brush, but it's a little bit tighter packed, and it is a bit shorter, so it's perfect for blending eyeshadow on the lower lash line. I specifically love it for that, or I love if I'm doing a smudged out smoky eyeliner, I love to use the smudger for that. So this is just really just smudging out any product because of its density, and this brush is $4. Lastly, we have our little girl here, L20. I used her today to put on my eyeliner. I always use her with my gel liner. I've been using the Stila gel liner with her, and she is literally perfection. Have you ever ran into those liner brushes where they're a little too thick, and like even the little tooth on it's just a little bit too thick and you can't get your point just right? This one is perfected. I have literally perfected the amount of hairs in here so it glides on perfectly, and you get a super sharp wing with it, but it has dense enough to bounce back whenever you're coming back this way. It is the ultimate eyeliner brush, and it's only $4. And then the whole kit, like I said before, is $45, so really big savings there. And we also have our deal with the NUDIE PATOOTIE eyeshadow palette, which I'm so excited about because I know you guys love that palette. So with that being said, we just have 2 deals with this, and they launch this Friday. That is in 2 days at 10 a.m. PST. Be sure and mark your calendars, and I will have all the information linked in the description box right down below as well. One last thing, if you wanted to purchase the bag separately, it will be available for $14. If you want to see a visual, this is all 10 brushes in the bag. I really like this bag because you can fit all your makeup in here. Well, maybe not all your makeup, but all your daily makeup in here, travel makeup in here, plus your brush set. Fits perfectly. It is kind of a square shape and it has a rose gold zipper to match the handle of your brushes. Plus the material of it, I'll give you guys a close up, but it is a wipe off material. So what's great about that is if you get it dirty, we picked a really nice durable material for this bag so you can easily wipe it off and clean it. I've even thrown mine in the washer before. And I just want to give reference for the size of this bag. We specifically made this bag long enough, girl, so you can fit your NUDIE PATOOTIE palette in it and all your other makeup, but it literally will hold this long palette. This palette's really long, so it pops right in the bag and yeah, it'll fit. So yeah, I thought it was cute. I love it. I'm obsessed. You guys know I love my neutrals, so of course I picked like a nice nude pink tone for the bag so it would always be aesthetically beautiful. So that is the rundown of the brushes. Be sure that you're following me on IG Story more to see some tutorials with the brushes and specifically how I apply makeup, but I'll also be posting videos on my channel on that as well. I'm super grateful to be doing this launch. I'm super grateful to still be in the makeup game and just to have this opportunity and for you guys to even be here and the support that you guys have shown my brand on its best days and worst days. It means the world to me and it's literally the reason I'm still able to be here and do this. So I appreciate you guys so much. With that being said, we are going to jump into part 2 of this video. So as you guys have noticed, I haven't had a brand launch in a long time. My last brand launch was my Glazed In Bronze collection, which you guys really loved a lot and I'm so grateful that that was a successful launch, but that was in November of 2019, and I had initially had plans for more launches this year, but due to COVID, the labs that we use in the United States did shut down, and we just had to hold our place in line for production to get going again. However, they did pick up production at the end of May this year, so I will have a holiday launch this year, which I am excited for us to actually get 2 launches in after all that's going on. However, I cannot fully blame COVID on why we haven't had as many launches. Another part of us not having as many launches is because of how I have felt about my brand and how I have felt about being a makeup brand, specifically makeup brand owner in general. The other part of the lack of launches for my brand is because of what my brand has been through and what I've been through these past few years. Myself has been through a lot these past few years, as well as my brand has been through just as much, because anything I've gone through socially, my brand has gone through right behind me. So with that being said, I begin to resent my brand. I begin to feel depressed about my brand. I begin to avoid my brand like it was a person. I was like avoiding it. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to look at it. And honestly, at the end of the long day, after a lot of thought, I had pretty much decided I was going to close the door on my brand and move on with my life because it was such a sore ulcer to me. Like it was like a festering ulcer, like that I just wanted to get away from. It was something that I was feeling almost sick about, and even Glazed in Bronze was supposed to launch summer of 2019. I ended up pushing it to the end of the year because I just couldn't physically push a launch out organically and be real and genuine about it because of how badly I was avoiding dealing with this and dealing with my brand and continuing to run it. Part of accepting responsibility is learning and growing from my mistakes and fixing them as best as I possibly can in the future and putting my best foot forward. And that's what I've chosen to do over a lot of time and a lot of real conversations and a lot of self-motivation. It took me a lot of time to pick myself back up and put my feet on the ground and put my best foot forward. It took me a long time to get there. I needed to stop feeling sorry for myself because at the end of the day, this isn't a pity party. It's the real world. I'm not making this video or saying these things for you guys to feel bad for me in any way. I'm doing it so you guys know what has been going on the backside of this brand that has been left up in the air for assumptions for so long. With all that being said, I want to let you guys know where my state of mind is on this brand today. I am 100% behind this brand. I am so grateful I had the strength to push forward and carry onward. And that starts with this launch right here. This is going to be a new LauraLeeLosAngeles. You guys are even going to see a website complete revamp. It's going to look all new. I've hired a new team to get behind the brand. I have invested more than half of my time into this brand. I am all in. The going got really tough for me there for a while, and I am so proud of myself for sticking with it and not giving up when the going got tough. I think with a lot of time going by and a lot of self-evaluation, a lot of changes in my life inspired me to kick back into my brand and get really invested. I wanted to give up so badly, but I didn't. I'm so proud of the support that you guys have shown me. I hope you guys enjoyed this launch. We are moving forward with a lot more of my own money invested into this brand. By the way, this is a self-funded brand. I don't have a head honcho or millions of dollars from an investor poured into this brand. It's funded by the money that I make off the brand and through YouTube. So with that being said, I have chosen to actually invest a lot more of my money into this brand instead of backing out of it. I decided to go all forward with this brand. Our team is slowly growing and you guys are going to see a lot of improvements throughout my brand. That's because I'm investing so much of my time, energy, and money back into this passion project, and I'm beginning to remember why I started it in the first place. I also just want to tell you guys these things because I want you to remember, like, not everything is perfect. What we show on social media is a little clippet of the real world and our real lives, and there's a lot going on in this world that's so much more than just makeup, and I do acknowledge this. I did want to take the time to mention it and talk about what's going on, but just know I also know there's a lot more going on in the world that is more important than a makeup brand, but I did want to have that open conversation with you guys. And also I wanted to tell you guys this because I know in our regular lives when the going gets tough, I've quit so many times before, or I've wanted to quit really bad, and I hope this video just gives you the little push to keep going at whatever dream or whatever you're trying to accomplish, whatever that may be. I hope you can maybe look at me in some way and just want to keep going. Just keep going. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about moving forward with LauraLeeLosAngeles. So a lot of big things happened to my brand over COVID. We lost our distribution center over COVID. Due to it, the center shut down, which means it's a place where they package your products and ship them out. So the orders from the website goes to this place, and then they package what you order and they ship it out to you. Well, that place that stores everything and ships everything shut down, and they tell us we had 3 weeks to find a new center. With that being said, we switched distribution centers in the past, and it took us almost 6 months to get into a new place and get all the contracts negotiated. When we were left with 3 weeks, as soon as my momentum had built up so hard for this brand and I was just pumping out, working every day so hard at it, it just seemed like the walls were closing in, and it was just like, what are you doing? Another pounding right on top of us. I was like, we can't win for losing. But then Ty looked at me and he was like, you're starting a second business and we have to distribute the second business ourselves because of what it is, which you guys will find out very soon. Why don't we get a bigger distribution center and create our own distribution center? So that's what we did, guys. That's what I've been doing. I literally go up to my warehouse and distribution center with Ty and our employees and package. Some of your packages you get, I package them, sweat, blood, and tears. I don't care. I'm willing to work my butt off physically, mentally, for my brand. So with that being said, we have our own in-house distribution center. I have way more control over what's going on in shipping, and we try to do the best possible jobs. Of course, it's a little trial and error for us, but some days I'm not at home. Some days I'm in a distribution center shipping out packages. So I get the best of both worlds. Honestly, the distribution center, us having to do it on our own, was a blessing in disguise because it allowed us to be able to more quickly be able to move forward with our second business, which you guys are going to find out about this month. I just picked up so much momentum for this brand and so much pride for it and a love for it again. We already have a holiday launch ready to go. So we will have a holiday launch this year that's going to be pretty big for us, and I'm really excited about it. And I hope you guys are looking forward to more consistent launches and more elevation for my brand, because that's what we plan on bringing to the table, and I'm going to fight for it. Just to summarize, I think we all go through hard times at different points in our life. And I think sometimes we just really have to look deep down within us and find some inner strength to keep moving forward. Life is really hard right now, and I know that many people are struggling due to COVID-19. I just want to remind you guys that hard times end and send you some encouragement to stay strong and to push through whatever you're going through, because I think everybody is going through something. So always be kind to someone, because you never know what they're going through. I'm really proud of myself and my progress that I have made mentally and with my brand, and I will be showing you guys more because now I'm able to show you guys more now that I've told you guys everything that's going on. I also specifically want to thank the people who have purchased from my brand or supported my brand in any way. Thank you guys so much, because none of this would be anything without you. I acknowledge that. And some of you guys have been with me through thick and thin, and I can't possibly tell you what that means to me. But I think that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. Don't forget to get your brush collection this Friday at 10 a.m. PST at LauraLeeLosAngeles.com. Bye guys!